Hello, Instagram. I am back. I've been away for a while, but I am back today. I want to talk about motivation. It is one of my favorite subjects to talk about lately because I've realized something in the last few months of working with clients. I realized that, like me, many clients are really into psychology. They're really into healing, spirituality, the chakras, all the things, shadow work, and all that stuff. It's so exciting because when you've experienced traumas, different types of traumas, and you go through this process of healing and you release through tears and through breakthroughs, it feels amazing. It really does feel like you've uncovered a new layer of your life. So then it becomes really frustrating when you have these amazing spiritual awakenings and you still don't see changes in your life. You don't see changes in your bank account. You don't see changes in maybe your relationship. You don't see changes in your health, in your body. You see the changes in your mind. You feel like a more positive person. You feel like a more hopeful person. You feel forgiving. You feel like you've released things in the past. But why is it not translating into your actual life? That's a huge problem that I had and that I experienced. And what I would do is that I would just keep digging deeper into my wounds. I would keep searching. I would keep paying for classes, for coaches, for courses that would advertise like the result that I wanted, which was, more money, more success, weight loss, whatever. And I still wouldn't see the result because all those things were rooted in the art of healing, right? Remove the blocks. And I would do them and I was all in, but I was still not seeing results. So what I realized is that all that stuff kind of unintentionally created an addiction, for lack of a better word, towards learning, an addiction towards that like high of healing, of releasing. And it just kind of kept me on this spiral of healing, learning, but I was never really implementing. I wasn't really taking action. I was becoming this new person, but I wasn't taking that person out into the world and acting from that place. It's almost like I kept bringing myself to that hurt version just so that I could experience the healing again, just so that I could experience that high of breakthrough. So what I realized was that every time I would want to take action, I would get lazy, I would get depressed, I would get angry. My nervous system, my subconscious would tell my nervous system, no, it's not safe for her to go take action. So then I would find a reason to not take action. So whether that was getting hooked on a show, whether that was getting hooked on a new course, or saying, I'm just going to work with one more coach, or I'm just going to sign up for a new program, a new certification. I'm going to be busy writing things or prepping things. You name it. I found a way to keep myself from doing the thing. So once I really started to get curious about, wait, why am I not seeing results? I'm so sick of this. I'm an action-oriented person by nature with other things. You can ask almost anyone in my family, if you want to get anything done, give it to Edna. Like, I really never have a problem being the aunt that takes all the kids. I don't have issues with getting up to take my kids to sports. I cook every day. I do everything every day, and I have no issues with that. But when it came to myself and my own goals, I always had an excuse to not take action. So when I started getting curious about that, I was like, okay, why do I lack the motivation to do this? And initially, that was its own little hurdle I had to get over, because initially what was happening was that I was like, okay, motivation. What is motivation, right? It's that internal drive to get a goal done. So I started trying to force it. I started trying to visualize it. I started trying to really think about it. So I would go into this like toxic positive place where I'd be like, yes, I can do this. I'm going to use all my willpower to not eat the snacks. I'm going to use all my willpower to force myself to work out. I'm going to use my willpower and I'm going to sit my butt down and I'm going to work on my stuff. And that didn't work out very well for me, because it made me more stressed out. And when I wasn't seeing results, I started getting depressed. I started shaming myself. I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing the healing work. I'm trying to motivate myself to take action. So what's the problem? Well, the problem was that I was just doing it wrong. I was doing the right steps. Like I had the idea, the overall idea right, but I wasn't doing it right. I was seeing it from a very superficial level. So once I got out of my ego and I was like, okay, clearly I'm the problem. So if I'm the problem, that's great. I'm the solution. What's happening? I was able to see like, okay, Edna, you're not being true to yourself. Okay, motivation is not something that you're going to find outside of you. And what I actually found also is that motivation, like, it is locked in. If you have a dream, like let's say your goal this year is to lose weight. If you're serious about that, if you want to lose 10, 40, 100 pounds, whatever it is, if you are serious about that, if this is important enough for you that it's going to change your life, you're going to feel cute, you're going to be there for your grandchildren, you're going to be able to travel in confidence, if it's going to help you make friends and have a better sex life and just have a better life in general, if you're serious about that goal, then the motivation is built into that dream kit, right? There's like a little dream kit that comes with your goals. Once you really lock in your mind, hi Olivia, once you really lock in your mind and decide, okay, I want this goal, that goal comes with a little kit when you first plant that seed in your heart. And that kit includes motivation, right? It includes the vision, it includes motivation, it includes the inspired action, and it's just built in there. Like that is just your natural birthright to tap into that. But what makes it go away is that you block it with your own ego. So you fight it, like the resistance comes from you not knowing, why am I trying not to have this thing, right? So if, let's say, going back to the example of weight loss, if it's not safe for you to lose weight because there's some sexual trauma there, then you have to clear that first. And not only that, but once you clear it, you don't have to keep revisiting that healing pattern. Once it's there, your focus has to be on the new thing, on I'm already that person that lost the weight. It's done. Like it's done. I'm healthy, and you can call yourself bougie. You can call yourself a snob. I know some people, when, especially like I'm Latina, so Latina families, sometimes when you say no to the bread or you say no to the tortillas or whatever, you're kind of like, oh, she doesn't want to eat that, but it's whatever, right? It's just who you are. Once you decide that is already who I am, this is already what's going to happen when I lose the weight, when I become this person, like that is who I am right now, and you start making decisions from that place of already being that woman, then I derailed on my thought process. Excuse me. Once you figure out who you are, the motivation, it gets activated. It gets activated. It's like a candle you turn on and it will not turn off anymore. And that's, you start like running from that place, and that motivation, it's almost like you take off the lid of something, and it's just there. You never have to search for it. You never have to wait for inspiration to hit. You never have to evoke it, if you will, because you are already in that place. So there is a process to that I found. There is a 5-step process that it's way too long, and I have slides for you that I just wouldn't be able to do here on live, but I am going to be hosting a 2-day event because it's that big of a deal. I want to show you the process just like you would, because your conscious mind still needs to understand. It still needs to see something. It needs to understand the process. But what I don't want is for you to just learn another thing. I don't want you to just get fixated on this, like, okay, I've done a million programs. I've learned how to manage my time. Like, nothing works for me. I want to show you the steps. I do want to teach them to you so your conscious mind takes it, but I am a hypnotherapist. So I want to show you how to implement those steps and bring them into your subconscious mind so that you don't have to think about it, so that you don't have to be waking up every morning saying like, okay, I got to be positive today. I have to force myself to do this. I have to try and be better. You don't have to do any of that. If you lock things into your subconscious, then you just run the program from that place and you just naturally start making different choices. You naturally start thinking different thoughts. You naturally just become that person. And that is what inspiration is. Inspiration is when you are already in that place and then suddenly you're getting these hits, these thoughts of like, maybe today I want to go grab a green juice from that cute little like juice shop down the street, right? Or like maybe today, like the sun's going to be really nice. Maybe I want to feel it in my skin. I'm going to go for a walk. And it doesn't become a big deal. It no longer becomes about the weight loss. It becomes about who you are in this new body, in this new process. And you start doing things for fun, from a fun place, from this childlike curiosity. And once you start doing things from that, it's cause and effect. You no longer have to worry about the effect. The effect worries about itself. You just worry about the cause, right? You just have to take the steps, but the steps become fun. The steps become natural. The steps become something that's just a part of your life, and it's fun to do. It's fun to live life in that way. And then again, the effect takes care of the self. And this happens with everything. This happens with weight loss. This happens with money. This happens with your business. This happens with your romantic relationship. If you try to force things, if you try to make more money, if you try to lose weight, if you try to get a boyfriend, a husband, if you are forcing things, that's when things run away from you. You repel them, right? It becomes hard. It becomes this feeling of like, I must have it or I'm not worthy. And it doesn't work out that way. But when you learn to do things from a place of releasing them and you learn to just be the woman that already has those things, and you're in this like fun energy of this is just my life. This, of course, like this is just what I get to do. Then those things can't help but to magnetize themselves to you, right? They're the effect of the cause. So I'm gonna be hosting a 2-day event. So the first day is going to be about learning. There's gonna be replays, and the second day we're gonna play with the subconscious. So I'm gonna do a short hypnotherapy session on you, so you can figure out. I'm gonna teach you how to do it to yourself, so that anytime you say, okay, this is my goal, and you can, if you created a vision board this New Year's Day, this is going to be great because you can do it for every part of your vision board. These are the things that I want. Subconscious, tell me, what are the things that would be blocking me, individually me, not something I read on the internet. What are the things that would be blocking me truly in my heart from getting this thing? So you would do your hypnotherapy session. I'm going to show you how to use your nervous system to also support you, because that was what was messing me up. My subconscious, not knowing what my subconscious needs were. And because I didn't know them and my subconscious didn't want to lose weight, it would send the signals to my nervous system, and my nervous system would do its job by feeling too tired, or by telling me like, hey, don't you want to watch this Netflix show? Or like, don't you want to go clean the house or do anything else, right? So I would start to feel like this anxiety around doing the thing that I wanted, but I would feel relief when I would go do something else, because now my mind was out of it. So I wasn't in that fight or flight anymore. And I was, watching the Netflix show, which was Save, and that was my nervous system saying, like, okay, good girl, you're following directions, because that was my programming. My programming was like, you must stay overweight. It's not safe for you to go work out. It's not safe for you to try to lose weight. And then sometimes if I would try to override that with willpower, it would only last so long. But then after maybe a few days, sometimes a few weeks, I would start shoving like food down my mouth like there was no tomorrow, right? All of a sudden I was starving. I wanted everything, because at that point, my subconscious was like, okay, you've taken this too far. So it would gear up the nervous system signals. And my nervous system was like, no, you got to get food in you. You got to get food in you. You got to go lay down. Like, don't move. We have to gain that weight back. This is the number that is safe for you to weigh. So, and that is not just for that. This happens with money. Like if you're the person that gets paid and you go spend all your money, that's your nervous system. That's your subconscious saying it's not safe for you to have a lot of money. Getting a call, sorry. It's not safe for you to make money. You might not know why, but then your nervous system's like, okay, make her act on this. So you go and spend your money, right? Or maybe you hoard your money. It's the same for relationships. If you don't feel safe in a safe relationship, you might pick fights all the time. You may be actively looking for reasons why your partner doesn't love you. You might complain about everything. Same with friendships. It's with everything. It all comes down to your subconscious. If your subconscious has old programming and maybe it has childlike programming, right? Maybe when you were a child, you had to look busy all the time when you were little to stay safe. And now you have to keep acting busy. So you add all these things to your list and you don't actually move toward your goals. Then you're working off of old programming. So every time you try to focus and work toward your goal, your nervous system is like, what the hell is that? Because you're working with your 8-year-old programming, your 8-year-old self. And so you'll self-sabotage. So that's what I want to show you how to do. I want to show you how to lock into your motivation by finding out what is keeping you from it and how to reprogram yourself to that new person. So that inspiration just is natural. This is like your new programming. Okay, the program is going to be free. It's going to be a 2-day event. It's going to be completely free. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific time, January 23rd and 24th. You can get your tickets in the link in my bio. It's called Motivation on Command. And I'm going to be sending out emails, reminders. That's my dog trying to go out for a walk. I hope to see you guys there. I'm so excited to be hosting this. This is great for you. I love working with women, but if you are a man, you're more than welcome to come. Moms, like I don't know, I have a lot of girlfriends who have this guilt, I should say, that, for as long as they can remember, they wanted to do things with their kids or for their kids, and they've run out of time or they've run out of money, and there's no reason why you should be doing with that. If you have a goal of making a certain amount of money, if you have a goal of hitting a certain level of health, all it takes is one step at a time in the right direction. And to do that, you need to lock in that motivation and that belief that it is safe to go towards your goals. So this is great for you. This is great for you if you're into manifestation, if you created a vision board this year, especially if you've had like the same things over and over and over for like years. That's a clear sign that your subconscious is saying it's not safe. No, you can't have that thing. But if you know that it would be better for you to be healthier, if you know that it would be better for your life to have more money, if you know it would be better for your life to be in a loving, safe relationship, then you're dealing with really old programming. And it's time for you to find out why. First of all, what's the programming you're stuck with? Why are you stuck with that programming? Release it and get into the new programming. And this is just, it's great for you if you just want like new things that you don't necessarily have to be healing. If you feel like you've already healed something, you just want to figure out how to lock in that new belief system, then come join us. This is going to be great for you too. Okay. So I love you guys, Elvia. I will see you guys. Bye-bye.